might be the only time where the preaching's actually heard, so a lot of noise. So folks, when Jesus spoke of the rich man and Lazarus that died, and that rich man was in hell, instantly in torment. Now, if that rich man was an atheist, if that rich man that Jesus spoke of was an atheist, instantly he was in hell. Instantly, he was aware of God. He knew Abraham. He could see Abraham off at a distance. He knew instantly that God was real, and so was his judgment. The Bible says that it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living God, and that our God is known by the judgment he executes. So that rich man cried out from hell for relief from the pain, and it was denied. You will be in hell, then thrown into the lake of fire. Take a look at this nice reflecting pool. Take a look at this huge reflecting pool and all that water. And for all of eternity, oh, how you will wish that you were back here this day to just dip your finger in that water and touch it to your tongue. There's coming a day, and for all of eternity, when you are going to wish you listened to the preaching and denied your foolishness and received Christ as your Savior, turn your life around, become the man or woman that God compelled you and made you to be. But you will look at all of this water. You'll remember this day and the millions of gallons of water that are right here at your fingertips. And there won't be a drop of it in hell and in the lake of fire. And then you'll know, but you know already. But then it will be made real. Right now the judgment is just being pushed off. But that man in hell, his second request was that someone would go and warn his 5 brothers not to go to that same horrible place. If you have several relatives and friends and co-workers that have already died, law of averages says you know someone in hell right now. Law of averages says you personally know someone in hell right now, and they are crying out. They are crying out that someone would warn you not to go to that horrible place. So we are out here today on behalf of all the people you know who are in hell, who are crying out that someone would warn you on this day not to go to that horrible place. So cry out for mercy today before it's too late. Cry out for mercy before it's too late. God doesn't think you're nearly as funny and cute as your little friends do. God doesn't think you're nearly as funny and cute as your friends do. Time to wise up. There is no such thing as reason with an atheist. You are fools. Fools. You love your sin. You love your sex outside of marriage. You love your drunkenness. You love your muck diving. You love your drugs. You love your wickedness. You love your pornography. You love your sin. What is love? There's no such thing as love if atheism is true. If atheism is true, there's no such thing as love. This man is unreasonable. This man is unreasonable. He says that there's love. Love can't exist if atheism is true. Let me get out that little sign here. There's no such thing as love if atheism is true. We're just a collection of elements on a periodic table.
That's true.
Does sodium feel love?
No.
Does chlorine feel love?
I don't think
Does
so.
lead feel love? No. None of the elements on the periodic table feel love. So neither can an atheist. Wicked. You're being unreasonable. We're out here for reasonable atheists. I could have talked to unreasonable and phony atheists in my hometown. I thought driving all the way up here to a reason rally, to a reason rally, I might find some real consistent atheists. I thought I might find some real consistent atheists out here today. But I think just like when we preach out front of contemporary Christian concerts, and there's a bunch of phony fake Christians. There's a bunch of phony fake Christians out at contemporary Christian concerts. I think there's a bunch of phony fake atheists out here today. So I asked, are you a real or a fake atheist? Now, Ernest Hemingway was a real atheist. Ernest Hemingway was a consistent atheist because Ernest Hemingway had a beautiful quote, if atheism is true. Ernest Hemingway said, life is a dirty trick. Our life is a short journey from nothingness to nothingness, and that man's existence in this world is no different than a colony of ants trapped on a burning log. And in the end, Ernest Hemingway killed himself. Now, Ernest Hemingway is a consistent atheist. Ernest Hemingway understood that if atheism is true, and that all that happened is hydrogen and helium shot out into frictionless space, plus time gives us everything we have, then we are nothing more than a collection of elements on the periodic table.
You're right!
And if the
He's got it!
On the
convert!
Table can't feel love, and lithium and strontium and lead and uranium can't feel love. Sodium doesn't have a moral code.
Neither does the Bible.
Carbon doesn't have a sense of justice. So if all you are is a 160-pound sack of elements on the periodic table, there is no such thing as love. There is no such thing as right and wrong. There is no such thing as morality or good or evil.
And there are no demons, angels, or ghosts.
Just nothing. Just rocks, just elements and chemicals floating in space. And in the end, the sun expands or goes supernova and burns up this globe. And everything that ever happened throughout all of human history means nothing. But you don't live your life like that. That's your problem. You don't actually believe atheism because you don't live your life as if it's actually true. We're here to make you a better atheist. We're not out here to convince you God exists. You already know. You know God exists, but you spit in his face. So we're out here to make you a better atheist. We're out here to make you consistent. We're out here to make you start actually living your life as if atheism is true and your life is meaningless and there is no such thing as love and you're going to die and fade to black and nothing means anything. Where's the real atheists who actually live their life like that? Because we're sick of all you phony atheists. You're a dime a dozen. Bring the real atheists over to us who really believe it's true. Because most of you just steal from a Christian worldview where it's convenient, but then you say there is no God so that you can watch your porn and you can get drunk and do your drugs and everything else. How convenient. All right, somebody else.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Count to 10.
Here, can you put that back in there? Can you put that back in there?
Who you guys with?
We're not with anybody.
You're not with anybody?
What's that?
There is no.
Okay, what we're going to do then, we're going to move you out. Move you out, because we already got complaints from them. They have a permit. What we have is you have Henry Bacon Drive, you have West Slope, Illinois. Those are options.
Okay.
Those are options.
All right. Can I say something here?
Sure.
Okay, so I've already talked to the National Park Service about
Okay.
preaching on the National Mall. I was just out here last weekend preaching, and I was just over at the National. What I was told specifically is this: we cannot be up. Hold on, let me just finish. Sorry, if you don't.
I haven't
if you
said
don't mind.
anything.
Okay. Okay. We can't be up on the marble steps. We can't be over there in the restricted area itself. But because we're a group less than 25, we can be out here for the exception of free speech. There is an exemption for us to be out here for free speech. We're not a group of larger than 25. I was told that if we were going to be larger than 25, that we couldn't, we would have to have that permit. But because we're smaller than that, and because we do fall into that exemption, that we can be out here and exercise our First Amendment right to freedom of speech,
Is it
freedom
my
of
turn now?
religion. Yes,
Everything you said is very accurate.
Okay.
The one thing they did not tell you is once it created a problem with the permit holders, then you have to leave. And we've had people that hold a permit here come and complain to us. That changes everything. If you're here and you're exercising your rights, it's no problem as long as it's not disruptive. When they complain it's disrupted and they pull the permit, now we're moving you to an alternate site to still get to exercise your...
May I reach into my bag, sir?
You go, of course.
Okay.
Well,
I just want you to not see me reaching
I appreciate
reaching
that.
for something. Sir, this is a court case that actually went all the way up to the United States
Not a problem.
Court of Appeals, the
Yes, sir.
Sixth Circuit.
Yes, sir.
They actually tried to appeal it up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court wouldn't hear our case. This is actually my name.
Okay.
So I'm one of the parties on this.
Okay.
We just won this just a matter of a couple of months ago.
Yes, sir.
And it was this exact same issue.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's called a heckler's veto. Someone's disliking of our presence or our message
Sir?
does not affect. It's already been taken all the way up
So
to the
this
Supreme
is
Court.
what we're going to do right now. I've listened to everything you said. It doesn't sway anything. Right now, you have to move. That's the bottom line. You have to move.
Okay, why is that? I'd like to
Because
know
I'm
why.
telling you that you're interfering with their permit.
No, we're not.
Okay.
You're
So
going.
have a peaceful event, or you're going to get arrested, and we don't want.
Sir,
Okay,
sir,
I'm
can we-
telling you, we have
I
just
understand
won
that.
a lawsuit
I
on this
understand that.
exact same. This was us against.
We're
the
not trying to
sheriffs.
frustrate you. We're just trying to explain our point.
And I understand your point. We understood your point before you got
But
here. We've already investigated this.
we
We
do
knew
this
this was
every
going to occur.
weekend.
We knew this was
That's all
going to
we
occur.
do.
So we already
But
know.
you guys were expecting it to occur with a much larger
No,
group.
sir. No, we're not.
We know exactly what happens every
Okay,
weekend.
so can I just
for
ask a
every
quick
demonstration and every
question, sir?
protest, that's what happens.
This event is, first of all, we're not protesting, sir. We're practicing our freedom of
I'm
religion,
not saying
freedom
you're
of speech.
protesting.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to clear that up. This event is free and open to the public, of which we are members of the public,
And so
sir.
if you go put the banners up and you come stand out here, you can stand right in the midst.
Right.
I understand the rule.
Oh, so we can stand out here with our banners?
You're
No, without the banners.
trying to tell us. I've been doing this 28 years. Okay, this is not the first one. That we're here in 2012.
Okay.
We've been doing this for a while. Okay. So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Whether it's sexual orientation, whether it's race, we have demonstrations and counter demonstrations already. This happens all the time. We handle all of them exactly the same way.
But you're using
all the
this
same.
term demonstration and
Okay,
protest.
sir, gentlemen. I've listened to you and I've got.
All right, is your supervisor here?
I am the supervisor.
right here.
All right.
And I'm telling you exactly what he told you.
All right, what
if
is
cause a
it-
problem and they complain, you're going to
No, that is the heckler's veto.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get out some court cases.
I don't need the court
The
cases. I'm
heckler's
telling you-
veto specifically this is the heckler's
So you guys
veto.
don't care about the law.
The heckler's veto has gone to the Supreme
That's
Court.
a law.
That's a lawsuit.
No, this is one that's been won. This was won through the
telling you-
6th court. Okay, let me. This is a
I'm done arguing with you. I'm not gonna argue with you
This is a
anymore.
constitutional
That's what
issue.
we're doing.
You are going against the Constitution here in our nation's capital. The heckler's veto, which has gone before the Supreme Court numerous times, specifically says that the content that a listener's disagreement or dislike for a message that a crowd has does not give them right to stop that.
They're
This
not
is
stopping
free.
you.
This is free and
You're
open
in their
to the public.
permitted event causing a disturbance.
No, this
that
event
gives
is
us the
free
right to
and
move
open
you out
to
of their event area.
They have, because this event is free and open
not
to the
arguing with
public, because this event is free and open to the public, what they have is called a non-exclusive permit. An exclusive permit would give them that right. An exclusive permit means that this whole area would be roped off, and it'd be by charged admission. They would have to charge admission, or it'd be specifically by an invitation only. But because this event is free and open to the public, that makes it a non-exclusive event. So their permit allows them to be there. It allows them to set up a stage. It allows them to set up chairs. It allows them to have amplified sound. It allows them to collect in groups of more than 25. But what it does not do is it does not change my rights to be also on a free and public area.
You're right about that.
All of the rights that I
You are
had
correct.
to stand out here on Wednesday afternoon are not affected by their permit because it's a non-exclusive
And so
permit,
you cause a
free and
disturbance.
open to the public.
And
No,
so
that
you
is
cause-
no, it's
Okay,
not.
well-
We're causing no
well-
disturbance whatsoever.
Sounds like a standoff to me.
If we ran into that event and started throwing chairs,
Is
then
this-
you would
is
have
this
it.
where
We
we're
are
getting
standing
arrested?
on public
We're trying to
property.
be
We're
lawful.
standing on
Okay, so
public
they're-
property at an event that
We
is
don't
free
wanna be
and
arrested.
open to the
We wanna
public.
be-
We're standing on
Okay, so
public
they're-
property at an event that is
We don't
free
wanna be
and
arrested.
open to the
We wanna
public.
be
We are
lawful.
creating
All right, so I
no
want you to know that
disturbance
up front,
whatsoever.
okay?
A
But you're
disturbance,
causing a disturbance.
no, a
All right, but
disturbance
right now,
would be
only
us
thing we
running up
have
on their
is we just
stage
have
and
a
grabbing their
simple,
microphone,
a disagreement
or
that he's
pushing
trying to
people
explain.
into the pool,
Okay, 'cause we
or
found this
throwing chairs into the pool. This is not. This is everything that America was founded upon: freedom of speech and freedom of religion. This is everything.
Thank